Hi, I'm Mob. This is a 4-room resale flat.
Giveaway alert! Watch this episode, follow us on Instagram and tag your friends to stand a chance to win a Rose Thermos flask worth $68. Hometrust is Singapore's trusted community review site which offers advice and feedback of interior design firms. With thousands of photos and authentic ratings, Hometrust aims to help homeowners embark on a hassle-free renovation journey. With a growing community of users offering genuine reviews, Hometrust is your go-to site when it comes to trusted information in the renovation industry.
Hi, Crazy Nice Home. Welcome. Hi, I'm Bob Mubarak. This is a 4-room resale flat in Bukit Panjang and it's a little bit over 1,000 square feet. For my house, when I was renovating it the second time last year, I actually take inspiration from the lofts that you get to see in Manhattan. So you see a lot of bricks, a lot of steel beams, black and white, crisp line and all that. So when I first moved into the house 5 years ago, I actually did the house in a way that I imagine how I would function. And I think after staying here for 3 years, I realized that there was a lot of redundant spaces at home. So what I actually did was, for the second renovation, I wanted the house to support my function instead. Then what I did was that I tore down the wall of 2 bedrooms to combine it to 1 bedroom. And then I converted the room behind into a balcony. So now the spaces in the house is fully utilized and I don't have plans to renovate anymore. Based on my first experience, I understood the flow of the house better. So that was the pivot for how I renovate my house the second time. So there is a flow. I do not have to move from one point to another point which is very far apart. You will see that there is a very good flow from the bathroom to the dressing area to where I pick up my clothes at the wardrobe. And then even when you were to see the flow from the dining table to the living room, when I am doing things in the kitchen and all that, I can still interact with my guests who are sitting inside the living room. And then that is the same as the balcony. So sometimes when you'll see some group of friends who are sitting in the balcony and then some group of friends are actually in the living room. But because of how the house flow from one space to another, 2 different groups can still interact with each other even though they are in different spaces. I grew up with a mother who loves curtain, who changed curtain during every Hari Raya. So I always feel like curtain is the best thing. So I've never ever thought of using Venetian blinds. But when I found out about Nueva curtain and then they actually do an assortment actually of blinds. But I decided to go for Venetian because I think it works with the look of my house. But my worry was that how difficult it is to clean Venetian blind. But when they came to install, they just explained to me how to do it. Just make it flat, wipe it with dry towel first, and then after that just go very quickly with a damp tissue. It'll be clean already. So usually I only clean the blinds once every 3 months. The dust don't collect that much. And one thing that I like about the Nueva curtain team is actually they are very meticulous. If you also notice at the window, you will realize that where the window pane frame ends, it's where they have the separation of the blind. So if I need 2 pieces of blind, they only end it at where the window frame ends so that it actually looks systematic and organized in that way. So I like that a lot. So throughout the house, you see my house has a lot of lines. In terms of the Venetian blind, the mild steel frames, even the bricks is all linear lines. So if you go around my house, you'll see plants at corners. The reason for that is actually to break the lines. So that you see that from the Venetian blind to my mild steel, I put 1 tall plant. So you will see a lot of plants at corners of my house because the main reason is I just want to soften the look of the house. And then when I first moved in, I was very gung-ho. I actually buy a lot of live plants. Within 1 month, I murdered them all. So I decided to switch to fake plant. Fake plant that actually look almost real. I always look for plants that actually does not have too much sheen because a leaf is actually a bit glossy, but you know those cheap fake ones, it's super glossy that you know from far it looks fake. And then I make sure that the stem of the branches of the fake plants that I choose have textures, so it actually emulates how the plant look in real life. I also have one general rule. Every space in the house can only have one plant. Gone are the days where our mothers put like 10 plants at one corner and then they think that it's like gardens by the bay. No. So you do not see repeated plants at the same space lah. Really look a little bit more classy when you control yourself lah. Every now and then, I will get peculiar things. Sometimes, maybe because of the things that I like on Instagram, the advertisement that come to me, mostly home-related things lah. I am not a hot water person. I always drink cold water. But Rose Thermos made me drink hot water. It was because I actually like the aesthetic. Because typically, I think if we look at thermos, it always that industrial stainless steel look and all that, and it can be quite boring. But because Rose Thermos, I think if you look at their thermos, right, it's actually very sculptural. So it actually embodies the vibes that I want for my house. That day-to-day use thing can also be aesthetic. To be honest, Rose Thermos was famous way back when I was young. It was something that has been around since I was a kid. And every time when I say, oh, I found this Rose Thermos, then people were like, wow, that's very Mod-Chic, you know. But the thing is that when I show them how Rose Thermos look like right now, they were like, oh my god, it's really very aesthetic. So you no longer have to worry about preparing the hot drinks in the kitchen and only bring the cups. But right now I bring the whole thermos, you own self pour the whole thing. Yeah. At the second renovation, I actually broke down the master bedroom and the common bedroom to combine it into one space. I actually like that space the most. So when I don't have guests to entertain, I actually come home from work, I just go inside, close the door. I have everything that I need to sustain in order to survive. Yeah, basically I have my TV, the washroom is there, my comfortable bed. And then I sometimes sneak snacks in lah, but I don't really eat on the bed. So there's a stool in front of my bed that I actually sit down and actually eat from there lah. I think it's a very tranquil space. It really, like I always say, very dramatic lah. When I lie down, it like my worries all melt away. It's literally that. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to click like and subscribe to Crazy Nice Home. Click on the notification bell to receive notification on new videos. And see you around. Bye!